and welcome to Frederick Nattrass News. I'm Deanna Dawson.
And I'm Luke Ireland. In the news this week,
There's some great enrichment activities,
news from the school football team,
and all the fallout from the staff versus pupil football match.
To our main story, Alicia and Brody spoke to Mrs. Reid about enrichment time.
Can you tell me about enrichment time?
Enrichment time is really good fun because children can choose the best activity that they want to do, and they can learn some new skills and work with children from different classes and work with different teachers, and they can do things like sewing or cooking or playing on the apparatus or playing football or on computers. So lots of fun.
Does every child have enrichment time?
Every child starts the week with an hour of enrichment time, but if their behaviour isn't good enough, then they lose some enrichment time when they make mistakes to try and learn to behave a bit better.
What is your activity?
My favourite activity, I think enrichment time, if I was doing it, would be gardening, because then I'd be outside in the sunshine and making things grow.
Thank you.
I spoke to Miss Miller to find out more about enrichment time.
Oh, enrichment time. We have enrichment time and the children choose 3 activities that they'd like to do. They can be helping hands, where you go out to a nursing home and you talk to the elderly or you sing to them. We have an explorers club, where you go out into the community and you do lots of jobs. We have woodwork, where you are building lots of woodwork things. I think they're building cars at the moment. And you get to choose which activity you would like. And during the week, if you choose some behaviour that isn't appropriate, you could lose some of your enrichment time. But most of our children don't, and they get to do the enrichment activity that they choose every week on a Friday afternoon.
What's your favourite club?
Do you know my favourite club? I've got 2. Can I choose 2? My favourite clubs are, I like the woodwork club, because they're building cars and they get to use the saws and everything to build all of the cars. And I like the Spanish club, because this week they are learning about fruit and vegetable and they're getting to name them all. So they've just brought me some sandia, which is watermelon. So I got some of that because that's what they're learning about. Is that okay?
Our Roman reporters have been finding out about the woodwork and gardening clubs.
Can you tell me more about your club?
Our club is woodwork. So the children came in, and on the first year we designed what we were going to make, and now we've started making things.
What have the children been making?
They've been making transport, so they decided if they wanted to make a car or a bus or a plane, and now they've been making them out of wood using hacksaws and drills and glue guns and then painting them.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you tell me more about your club?
So we've been planting and hoeing the ground, so all the weeds, we've took all the weeds out and practically cleaned all the flower beds up.
What have you been growing?
Well, we've been growing flowers, tomatoes, potatoes, and some daffodils.
Thank you.
Our reporters found out about a charity football match.
Bowie, why did the football match take place?
The football match took place to raise money for UNICEF because we are a rights respecting school.
Did the teachers win?
We won most of our matches except 4 against year 1, 2 and 6.
Mrs. Bowie, who was the best player on the teachers' team?
Oh, I think Mr. Bennett was definitely the best player. He was good with lots of tackles.
Regan spoke to Mr. Liz to get more reaction.
Did you enjoy playing in the match?
I did. I thought it was excellent playing in the match. I had a really good time, and obviously with us being a rights respecting school, it's good to do things for charity like that, so we raised a lot of money for charity, and it's always good to see the parents coming up to the school, supporting the school in the things that we do. And I think that all the teachers had a really good day, all the children had a really good day, and I think it was a big success.
Which teachers played?
Well, I know that I turned up, and Mr. Bennett turned up, and Mr. Jennings turned up to an extent. But there were other teachers that were there, but maybe they were a bit overawed by the occasion, and they don't often get the chance to play with footballers the calibre of myself, Mr. Bennett and Mr. Jennings. So I think that might have been a reason why we actually lost the games, but overall we didn't really mind losing. We tried our best, but we just weren't good enough on the day.
How are Miss Reed's fingers?
Mrs. Reed's fingers are just badly bruised, so we can calm that fear. She's not missed a day of work, and she did play for a whole 3 minutes, so she did really well, Mrs. Reed. Okay?
A very frustrated Mr. List speaking there. Back to Luke in the studio.
From me, Luke Harland, and all of our reporters, you stay classy, Frederick Nattrass.